Good Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watch. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Saturday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Saturday evening going into your future. We do have a lot to talk about tonight as the unseasonably warm temperatures continue. Also, with some severe weather possible tomorrow and Monday as well, and maybe some localized flash flooding is possible as well as we go into this weekend as well. But first, let's go on and talk about the weather for tonight. Make sure that if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, make sure you go on and do so. Also, make sure that you go on and hit the share button as well. Share it with all the people that you know. As we're trying to get to 500 subscribers, we're at 432 right now. And we are 68 away from 500, and only 18 away from our goal of 450, which is the short-term goal. But let's go on and talk about the weather for tonight. And let's go on now and talk with the recorded audience for the people who could not be here tonight. Good Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Saturday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Saturday evening going to your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina, but if we look at the MRMS, you can see that we do have some heavy rainfall going through Ohio, Indiana, as well as Kentucky, Tennessee, as well as Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana as well. We do have some snow going in northern Texas, some rain inside of Oklahoma as well. As we go over here towards the west, not really much going on over there. We also do have some snow with some rain going on up here inside of Maine, as well as some sleet, maybe some ice going on inside of New Hampshire as well, and then over here near Boston, as well as the coastal regions of Massachusetts as well, getting some rain also up there towards Baltimore and Washington, D.C., having some potential rainfall up there. In terms of cloud cover right now is showing some pretty partly cloudy skies. I mean, it's not much at all. It's mainly mostly sunny for now. And it's going to pretty much stay low. It's going to be fair. And as we go into our future, as well, you see as we go on and move. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Hopefully, okay. As we go on and push this forward some more, you see the cloud cover will start to grow as we get through the nighttime hours and go into tomorrow as well. Again, we will have some spots that aren't clear, but the clouds will increase as the day progresses tomorrow. So it's going to start off pretty good, especially if you're near the low country, the PD region as well, coastal regions as well. But if you're inside the upstate, it's probably going to be more cloudy up there than the other regions. Current temperatures, 82 in Columbia as well as 79 in Camden, 79 in Bishopville as well as 79 in Hartsville, 79 in Winsboro as well as 79 in Union, and Lawrence even 77 in Whitmer. We even have 77 in Anderson, 79 down there near Aiken and Augusta. We even have 73 down there near Walterboro, Somerville, Moncks Corner, and 71 in Charleston. Even 71 in Onondaga, Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, as well as 73 that is in Conway, 70 inside of North Myrtle Beach, as well as 77 in Florence and Marion. As we move up here towards the upstate, we have 77 in Woodruff, 75 in Greenville, as well as Clemson, 73 in Walhalla, as well as 79 in Spartanburg, 79 York, Rock Hill, and Gaffney. Low temperatures for tonight, 66 inside of Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson, even Rock Hill as well, Columbia, Sumter, and Moncks Corner, and Cheraw as well. All have low temperatures tonight at 66, 65 inside of Greenwood, even Lawrence, as well as Orangeburg, Walterboro, and Kingstree as well. 65, 68 in Myrtle Beach, as well as Charleston and Hilton Head Island. 66 near Georgetown, as well as some other regions like Florence, 67, Dillon, 67. So we're mainly staying from that 65 to that 68 region ish. Maybe could get a bit lower into around 65, 64 I should say, or 63, but pretty much it's really staying inside that 64 to 68. Could get lower to around 63, 62, but it's just in that main region. As you go into forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, you can see that there is indeed a chance of rain. That does go up there for the upstate of South Carolina at half an inch to maybe even an inch possible inside of Anderson and Greenville as well. A quarter of an inch possible inside of Spartanburg and Lawrence, even a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible inside of Greenwood, and then a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch possible inside of Newberry and Rock Hill as well. Newberry and Rock Hill as well in that hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch region. As you continue on into our severe weather going into tonight. No thunderstorms expected tonight. It's supposed to be a nice night tonight. No rainfall is expected. As you go into Sunday, there is a slight risk for some severe weather. That was definitely some wrong wording choices because I just realized there is also the category for the slight risk over on the yellow in Georgia. Did not mean it by a slight risk in the yellow. I'm talking about the marginal risk in the green, the dark green, which the upstate is in. Greenville, Spartanburg, Clemson, Walhalla, even down there towards Anderson and also probably Greenwood as well inside of that marginal risk of severe weather. And it could definitely expand. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But with that threat of that marginal risk of severe weather, does come some issues, and that does come with a 5% risk of not of tornadoes, but of damaging winds, as well as we go into tomorrow as well. So watch out for some gusts, 40 to 60 miles per hour. So that's what you're looking at for tomorrow. As we go into Monday, everyone else, Florence, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Hilton Head Island, all have a marginal risk of severe weather. In terms of exact hazards, we don't know quite yet. We don't know yet exactly what the threat will be. Probably damaging winds, if I had to guess. In the discussion, it does say that there will be sporadic strong winds. So that's, again, 40 to 60 miles per hour. That goes all the way up into northeastern North Carolina down into Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Florida as well. And so that's what we're looking at there. Thunderstorms possible for the rest of the state as well on Monday as well. Nothing in terms of days 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But we're not done because we do have some excessive rainfall to talk about. You see nothing for tonight. But tomorrow, we do have a slight risk of excessive rainfall that goes up there for Anderson and Greenville as well. And, it's going to be interesting because a good inch to maybe even 3 inches is possible, especially as we get into, for localized flash flooding, potentially in the upstate as well, which is why we have this yellow slight risk right here. So anyone from Greenville, Pickens, Easley, Walhalla, Anderson, 1 to 3 inches could fall. And that's why they have that slight risk of excessive rainfall. And then the marginal risk as well. Spartanburg, Greer, Rock Hill, Greenwood, Aiken, as well as Columbia as well inside of that marginal risk. And that goes all the way, again, to the coastal regions. Rock Hill, Columbia, Orangeburg, Somerville, Charleston, Walterboro, Hanahan, all the way up into Myrtle Beach, Conway, Loris, even Lake City as well. Inside the marginal risk of severe weather with a 5% risk of seeing some flash flooding. Nothing for Tuesday and nothing for Wednesday either. So I want to go on now and talk about our short-term future, like the next 48 hours or so, and just look at the models and see what they say. Starting off here at the 18Z, we're going to start here at 9 o'clock. You can see there's this little isolated shower again. This was last updated at 3 o'clock, and obviously there's nothing going on, so I'm just going to pretend like that's not there. And continue on. But as we continue through, you can obviously see the rain start to move in to the upstate of South Carolina by around 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning, and then it will continue to push through by around 2 to 4 p.m., and then you can see those severe thunderstorms with those potential 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts going on through 4 to 5, maybe even 6 p.m. as well up there inside Greenville, Simpsonville, Anderson, as well as Gaffney as well. And then as you continue all the way to around 8 to 9 p.m., going to 10 p.m. as well, just look at all this rainfall that's going to fall, heavy rain, bringing obviously those 1 to 3 inches that we were just talking about, and it's going to stay over there all the way through to around 6 o'clock in the morning. And then as it's going to traverse its way down, going to cause some more potential minor flooding as it goes through the Midlands. And then as it gets towards the Low Country and the PD region, which it actually does not get there in this time frame. So we're going to have to talk about that tomorrow night. For the rest of South Carolina, for the Low Country B region in terms of severe weather, because this stops at 2 p.m. But pretty much, let's go in and look at totals and see what they say. Yeah, you can see. I mean, this even shows more. This even shows 4 to 5 inches. This even shows 4 to 5 inches, and the National Weather Service is saying around 1 to 3 inches. So we're just gonna have to watch. This and see how it develops as we go into tomorrow as well. Tomorrow morning we'll probably have a better understanding on exact totals, but I mean you can see 3 to 5 inches, and then it stops kind of right into northern Dorchester, Berkeley, and then over here towards Marion and Florence as well. And you can see around a good inch over here near Columbia as well in terms of rainfall. So now we have to talk about the long-term future. And when I say long-term, just like the next 300 to 400 hours, make sure that you pay attention to the time in the top right corner of your screen. And as we go on and push this forward right here, you can see the rain just continuing to go through. There goes our excessive rainfall / severe weather threat. As it goes through, April the 8th looking good, April the 9th looking good. But then April the 11th can come in, bring in some rainfall as well, and then maybe even another little tiny storm activity as we go all the way through around April the 11th and the 12th, maybe even the 13th as well. And then high pressure takes over. And then some more rain potentially on April the 18th and the 19th as well. And then everything else past that is just too far out to talk about, so we can't really talk about that. But let's go on now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and check and see what the audience has to say. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening, breezy day at my house. I had my first hummingbird at my feeder today. Is there rain in our near future? Yes. If you're inside the upstate, it could be as early as tomorrow afternoon, maybe even the late morning. Midlands probably around late tomorrow night, early tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday morning. And then Low Country PD region, that's around Monday afternoon. Monday evening-ish, somewhere around there. And so that's what we're looking at in terms of rainfall. Tish says, hi, Joseph, hello to you. And then Trail also says, hi, Joseph, hello to you. That says, getting Joseph, it was great seeing you today. I love you, man. Love you as well. All love for everyone inside the chat tonight. Tish says, it was really good seeing you today. Really good seeing you as well. My cousin Cheryl says, hi, meteorologist Joseph, the weatherman. I hope all is well. Hope everything went well today. Remember, God is in control. I'm at work. I'm listening. Keep up the good work. I love you on purpose, Cheryl. Love you as well. And then, my cousin Pearl says, hello, Joseph. Awesome job, cuz. Thank you so much for that. And that's it. I don't see anything else inside the chat that's noticeable right now. We'll check in around like a couple of minutes. But first, let's talk about the crazy score for South Carolina for tonight. You can see that currently is at a 22. Again, that's not much. I'm not going live. Just slightly breezy or cloudy, but no major concerns, no rainfall or anything like that. But the winds could try to get up a little bit tonight, as well as obviously some kind of partly cloudy conditions. But that's pretty much the only thing. And other than that, I think that's it in terms of the crazy score. Nothing else to say there. So now let's talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. Starting off with San Antonio, lows tonight 45, highs for tomorrow at 63, and then lows tomorrow night at 43. No precipitation is expected for the next 24 hours or so. Going into Raleigh next, low temperatures tonight 68, high temperatures tomorrow 89, low temperatures tomorrow night at 63. No precipitation tonight, but it will be breezy tonight. Precipitation chances for tomorrow during the day, none. No chance for any sort of precipitation during the day. And then tomorrow night, there is a chance of showers as you go into tomorrow night. And then Philadelphia, the last one, low temperatures tonight 51 with showers likely. Tomorrow, 60 is your high, 42 is your low for tomorrow night. During the day, showers are likely again, and then during the night time tomorrow night, rain is expected. Rain is expected. And so I believe that is it for those two. Let's talk about the wildfires now. Because obviously wildfires still going on inside the state. And we're going to check and see what's going on in terms of updates and what's going on with them. So there was the one wildfire that started up here. I think they just contained it, though. I think it was over here in Darlington. It was one of these fires over here. Inside of Darlington, either inside of Darlington County. I don't think it was over here in Chesterfield, but that one is done. It was only like a 7-acre fire. Then over here in Pickens County, still 91% contained. 13,845 pictures. Okay, acres have been burned, and then Greenville, 2,128 acres, 99% contained. And then as you go into Williamsburg County down here, 0 acres, 0% contained. This is not even an acre, so not really much to look for there. Down here inside of Carolina Forest, in between Conway and Myrtle Beach, 2,059 acres have been burnt, still at 90% contained. Still at 90% contained. And other than that, I think that is about it. So let's check out the chat one more time, real quick. I don't see anything else. So one more thing before we go on and end this off for tonight. Let's talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States and not just South Carolina. A powerful spring storm tracking across the mid-Mississippi Valley with multiple high impacts, ongoing life-threatening, catastrophic, and potentially historic flash flooding continues across the lower Ohio Valley into the Mid-South. A couple rounds of significant severe weather expected from the Mid-South through the Southeast with very large hail, damaging winds, and strong tornadoes possible. Also, freezing going on inside of Texas with obviously snow falling inside of Texas as well, the Panhandle. We also do have some freezing going on, or that's about to occur, inside of Missouri. We also do have some snow possible up there inside of Maine, and some flooding that also is about to undergo in Alabama and Georgia. And I think that's all that I can see right here. So we're going to go on and end this off for tonight. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. If you did, make sure that you go on and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, also hit the share button as well. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by at least, I'd say, going into summertime at least, sometime around there. So let's go ahead and get there. Short-term goal, obviously, of 450. Long-term goal of 500. We're only around 18 away from 450, and then we're 68 away from 500. So let's go ahead and get there. Everyone have a fantastic rest of their Saturday evening. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Sunday morning forecast update. Make sure that you're here tomorrow night as well, as we're going to be talking about the week forecast for Sunday, April the 6th through Saturday, April the 12th.